Good morning, world of readers. I am Book Dragon Erin, and I would like to welcome you all back to my booktube channel, where today I will be reviewing Learn My Lesson by Katee Robert. This novel is a fictional dark romance, fantasy, very dark fantasy, Greek mythology retelling with so many twists that I cannot recommend this novel enough to the dark romance fan. Learn My Lesson is book 2 in the Wicked Villains series, and in the Wicked Villains series we have Desperate Measures, my favorite novel in this entire series, Learn My Lesson, A Worthy Opponent, The Beast, The Sea Witch, and Queen Takes Rose. I read this series completely out of order, reading Learn My Lesson first and then Desperate Measures second. So I'm rereading the entire series in order, and oh my holy stars, marry me Jafar. As far as the summary goes, a single night with Meg, and I'm willing to do anything to save her from Hades, the man holding her captive, the victim to his every whim. A bargain with the devil himself seems a small price to pay for Meg to go free. Until I learn that's exactly where she wants to be. She is the queen to Hades' king, and I am the fool who walked right into their trap. The same fool who desires them both as much as I hate them. I can't resist Meg's touch or stop myself from being drawn to Hades' dark desires. By the time I realize just how deep a game he's playing, it may be too late for every single one of us. In one way, I couldn't actually take this book seriously because all I did was imagine Meg and Hades and Hercules as the characters from the animated Disney movie I saw as a kid. I know that isn't how they look because Hades has silver hair, Meg has blue eyes, and then Hercules is supposed to be blonde, but I seriously can't imagine them as anything else but the characters from the Disney movie. If I had a Disney girl crush, it would have been Meg. She's tall, dark-haired, drop-dead gorgeous, quick with the wittiness, and just all around a fantastic character, going from anti-hero to partial hero in the eyes of Hercules. I don't know if that is making total sense, but I've only had one cup of coffee today, so that's my explanation for it. My heart breaks for Meg when she says that she is the queen of the underworld, yet King Hades won't speak to her so openly. Hell, she goes to sleep with Hades and wakes up alone in her bed. How can Hades do this to his own woman? I get that Hades has these political moves to make and then these power moves that need to be taken care of, but seriously, take care of your woman and then you'll have a happy home life. You make the house, she makes it a home, don't abandon your woman. That's all I'm gonna say. I also think I need a hell of a lot more therapy than I already do, because when Jafar and Jasmine were reintroduced, they're the couple in the first book of the series, Desperate Measures. I was so turned on by Jafar and wanted to be a character in this book, be Jafar's lover, and rule by his side in whatever part of Carver City he is king of. The moment Hercules, Meg, and Hades realized this triad romance could actually work, and if it doesn't, so what? The three of them are equals in this sexual underworld, which is both odd and seductive. I haven't read a threesome romance quite like this, so I'm still not entirely sure what to think of it, but it's taboo and forbidden, so chances are if I give this book time, it will grow on me. Eventually. I just need to move past the partial incestuous theme, but I will explain that in a moment. Sometimes if I read a book and I don't know what to think of it, I set the book aside for a while and think about it, and then I decide if it's grown on me as a liking or a disliking. Also, I'm not sure how I feel about Hades recording himself hooking up with Meg and Hercules. I mean, it turns out okay in this book, but personally, I would never let anyone record me while I was in the bedroom. Not even my girlfriend. I think I'd be more okay with this if Hades had come to Meg and Hercules before taking the secret footage and sending it to Zeus as blackmail. A son for a son, my friend. Yours is mine now. But still, Another thing that bothered me about this book was that if Katee Robert was sticking to the original Greek mythology, then technically Hades and Hercules would be uncle and nephew. This book, however, makes it totally clear that they are not related by blood, merely saying that Hades once loved Zeus like a brother, but still this novel has some sort of semi-incestuous themes going on, if you ask me, which detracts from the storyline, but that's just me. If you enjoyed this book more than me, congratulations. If you're with me on the idea that this novel is partially incestuous based on the Greek mythology aspect, that's okay too. I rated this book 5 out of 5 stars because once I set the book aside for a while and realized that this book is not in fact incestuous whatsoever, I really actually did like the dark themes going on, so I rated this book 5 out of 5 stars, as I said before. And as far as my official review, I didn't know quite how to feel about this book, whether I liked it 100% or disliked it 80%. I love Greek mythology retellings, and I love any connections to fan fictions involving Disney villains, but I will be honest here, it was so hard not to laugh when I imagined Hercules and Meg making out, and then fiery-haired, blue-skinned, sharp-toothed Disney version of Hades coming into the picture to make out with Meg and Hercules. That was hilarious. I couldn't stop myself from laughing. I was reading this book in the middle of the night, so I shoved my face into the pillow and burst out laughing to keep from waking up the rest of my family. Still, reading the smutty scenes in this book were both hilarious and kinky, and this was all around a really great read. So many kudos to Katee Robert for capturing my attention in reading this book. I really did love it, and I do recommend it. And if there was an HBO special on this novel, or this entire series, with every single smutty sex scene, count me in for viewing it because I am twisted as heck. Anyway, that is all for today, so if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button to show some support, subscribe to my booktube channel to get more videos like this, turn on that notification button to be notified when I upload brand new videos every single Sunday, subscribe to my second channel, Erin Rogoff Official, where everything not related to books is on, and I hope you have a great rest of the week. I will see you all next Sunday.